Howdy hearts, it's Caterina Giglio, and I am outside soaking up the sun because I am getting ready to go to chilly Fort Collins, Colorado, and we're going to do the Naturalist Notebook show. And today I'm going to take you inside the studio and I'm going to show you every single piece and how I created it. I'm really excited about it and about sharing it with you. So we're going to go to the studio right now. I'm so excited to share with you today the Naturalist Notebook. I've been working on this since December, and it all began with a dream. And I will have the dream posted on my blog, and also it will be on the page, my gallery page on my blog, so you'll be able to read that and my artist statement. But today I wanted it to be about the art, and I wanted to show you the actual notebook. And it's a rather large notebook. It's 11 by 17. It's an antique periodical holder. And I fixed the cover, I painted it, and I varnished it, and actually I didn't varnish it, I used a gel matte medium and walnut ink. And then I used 3 different book covers for the front and ran the tie through the spine of one of the book covers. I enhanced it, and I also used tea to dye the silk for the roots. This is an old piece of metal. I don't know if you can see that really well, but all the old antique pieces and bits on here I absolutely love. So I embellished it the way I saw it sort of in the dream. And now I'm going to show you the inside. So many people have asked me about this notebook, so I wanted to show you the spine, the back. I wanted to show you the inside. It has a leather strap. Trying to hold it up for you so you can see. It has a leather strap, and it has cord ties that go from one end to the other, and that is how it's held together. The inside of the notebook I covered with this is a hand painted tissue paper butterfly, and it just has 2017 copyright on the front piece. And then on the inside piece, the Naturalist Notebook, that is mica that I fixed onto the page. And on the back of the page are some pieces from the show that I wanted to bring with me so that they could see parts of the inspiration. So each one of these pieces in the book corresponds to a board that I created. And you can consider it as, you can think of it as the notes, and the boards as the specimens. That's how I've been thinking about it anyway. And so each one of these pieces is a starting point. And the original piece is right here, and I'll be showing you all of the boards in just a second, but I wanted to show you they have similarities and differences, and these will all be for sale too. This one is number 73. I particularly like it. Now these pieces are resists, which I've shown you in previous videos, and then textured different kinds of papers used here and here, and then this is hand drawn, all of this. And some of these pieces are exactly the same size as the originals, and some of them are. This piece is called Freedom, and it represents to me the birds flying free and unencumbered by ties. And it is, it's resists on paper, and the way I created all these pieces was so they would easily be able to come out of this book and be framed by the purchaser. So the whole book is created in this manner, and as I said, they're notes. They're the basis for the boards. So this is done with resists and collage, and then this is a transfer on paper from the original antique, and it is in pen and ink. I put handmade paper throughout because I thought it would just be fun. This is a French botanical, and the pages that I actually used in the books had these wonderful old botanicals. So I used 2 different books to put this together, antique books, and they just fit perfectly. It was one of those wonderful synchronistic happenings. So this is just collage work on pressed flower. This piece is Notes on Rooted, and it's a 5x5 piece. I particularly like all the texture, and I left all the strings, so it would be wonderful in a shadow box. And again, it's just set in here so it can just be easily removed. This piece is another botanical. I only have 2 botanical pieces, and they are not original boards. They were just fun to do, and I wanted to add something that had more of a floral design in the book. I just love it. I love the texture of it, the antique. This piece is Notes on Blue Morpho. All of the butterflies are done on tissue paper. They're hand painted with Derwent ink tints pencils, and I'm going to show you how to do that technique in some future videos. So it was really fun to do, and they're very sheer. As you see, you can see all the way through it. You can see all the words, the writing on the paper, the antique paper, and I think they're just stunning. I love them. More handmade paper, which I adore. This is Notes on Endless Possibilities. I had to put ferns in there. I'm an absolute lover of ferns, and I just think they're so beautiful. This is Collage on paper. This piece is The Magic of Creation. We have lots and lots of crows, and I have a wonderful relationship with them. And this piece started with this tiny little piece of ephemera that I enlarged and then reproduced and repainted. It's actually black ink, and it's also black acrylic paint and pen and ink. And then these are threads. The background is the tissue paper technique that I talked about in my favorite mixed media backgrounds, which I absolutely love. And it mirrors the original piece, which we're going to show you. We have stills of those pieces. The 11x14s are all in Fort Collins. So it kind of mirrors the Italian collage that I used in the original piece. This is the signature piece. Actually, this is the notes on the signature piece, which is Butterfly Mandala. And in this collection, I wanted to express a sense of magical realism, where butterflies form mandalas and crows stand ready to perform magic. That was part of what I was going for. So all of these are tissue paper, hand-painted tissue paper, and this is collage on paper. This is Notes on the Promise of Spring, and this piece began like this. It's from an antique book, and I transferred the image onto the paper. I wanted it to look like a Polaroid transfer. I think it came out quite well, and you'll see it in the original on the board, and I really love the way it turned out. This piece is Notes on Laluna, and this piece began like this, black and white, and then I transferred it and repainted it on both this piece on the notes and in the board. And as I said, all of these pieces will be available for sale. And this is Notes on Flowering. I have 4 small pieces in the show, and Notes on Flowering is one of them, 5x5. As well as Notes on Let There Be Light, which is gold leaf on, and this is a hand-drawn dragonfly on paper. We're at the end. The notebook holds the inspiration for the pieces, and this piece is Blue Morpho, which I absolutely love. I've really enjoyed creating hand-drawn tissue papers or hand-painted butterflies on tissue paper, and I love the way you can see through the butterflies. This is Promise of Spring, and this is the one that I was talking about, trying to recreate a Polaroid transfer using a transfer on paper, and I love the way it came out. All of the ephemera on here is antique. All the papers are original. There are no copies. There are some images that are that I've collected over the years. And then of course this is a resist on the back, which I absolutely love. Now I have 3 pieces that are 8x8s. This one is one of my favorites too, another tissue paper butterfly, and it has gold leafing on it. And I wish you could feel it because they're so dimensional and the texture really comes through. This is actually Italian collage, and it's just got the fabulous texture. Freedom is the sense of freedom and being able to fly free and not being encumbered and tied down. And I love this piece. This is collage on paper. It has several different layers. I want to say maybe 4 or 5 different layers. And the original piece of ephemera. And then this is the last 8x8, and it's called Endless Possibilities. And as I said, I absolutely adore ferns. We actually live in a place, Homosassa means place where ferns grow. And so we have them growing wild everywhere, and I just love them. So this is antique ephemera on paper with resists, and there are several different layers built up on here as well. And I have 4 pieces. I hope you can see those. 4 small 5x5 pieces. And how's that? Is that better? Thought I would shoot them all together. So this one is Let There Be Light, because to me dragonflies are always around when there's water and light, and it has gold leafing. I hope you can see the gold leafing. And this one is called Flowering. I absolutely love the antique ephemera, and I love the way the ink blended here. And this is number 73. This is the original, and the hand-drawn piece is in the notes. And Rooted. Actually putting down roots in cosmic consciousness was what I was thinking of as, again, all magical realism, places where trees can put roots down. There are 3 11x14 pieces in the show, which are large, and this piece is the Butterfly Mandala, which is the signature piece of my show. The second piece is Magic of Creation, about crows. And the third piece is Laluna, which is a transfer on antique book cover. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour today through the Naturalist Notebook, and I hope you join us. We're going to be doing Facebook Live at the show on Friday night, and there'll be information about that on Facebook. And I want to thank you so much for all of your comments, your subscriptions, and your likes. We really appreciate that. And I'm going to be taking a little bit of time off now for the show, and just to kind of recharge and regenerate. And then when we come back and we film the next vlog segment, it'll be a surprise. So until then, ciao for now.